We were halfway through dinner when she said it. Her voice didn't tremble, it was too rehearsed for that. "We've agreed you're no longer part of the family." She said, "we," not "I." My wife placed her fork down beside the plate. My daughter, our daughter, nodded, eyes dry, deliberate. There was a tremor in her hand, though. Guilt has a pulse. "Don't come home anymore," my wife added. "Don't come to gatherings." I remembered the clinking of silverware, the scent of burned rosemary, the ticking of the wall clock growing louder with every passing second. I smiled. "Thanks for confirming," I said quietly. "I'll cancel all the auto payments." That was 8:47 p.m. By 12:03 a.m., the house was empty. Not of furniture, of illusion. Betrayal doesn't erupt, it leaks. It starts with silence where there should be warmth, with glances that avoid you, with laughter behind closed doors. I used to think paranoia was a sickness. Now I know it's self-defense. The first fracture appeared 3 months earlier. A text on her phone from an unsaved number, "Tell him it's handled." She said it was a client. I believed her, or rather, I pretended to. Then the secret meetings, book club, she called them. I asked once what book they were reading. She said, "You wouldn't like it." That was the moment I began recording dates, times, phrases. Not to confront her, no. To build something stronger than anger. Prue. My daughter stopped hugging me around that time. Teenagers withdraw, they say. But she withdrew from me while growing closer to her, whispering in corners, protecting her from something invisible. From me, perhaps? They had already rewritten the story in their heads. I just hadn't read the final draft yet. So I watched, listened, waited. Patience is a blade that sharpens itself. The night I found the photo, it was accidental, or maybe it wasn't. A cloud backup missync with mine. An old habit from when I fixed her phone once. I saw the image for half a second before it vanished. Enough to see her hand in his. Enough to see his watch, my father's watch. The betrayal wasn't an affair. It was legacy theft. I didn't sleep that night. Didn't rage. Didn't break. I simply sat at the kitchen table, notebook open, writing 2 names side by side. Her. Him. And beneath it, one question. Why now? Answers came slowly. They always do when the truth is trying to protect itself. My mother tried to speak, but I saw it, the shift in her expression, the dawning realization that her house of hierarchy had collapsed inward. I leaned back, watched them all drown in the truth I'd been sculpting in silence. Her, his fiancée, looked between us, confused. "What's going on?" Daniel snapped. "He's lying." I smiled, the kind of smile that doesn't reach the eyes. Am I? I slid my phone across the table. On it, a message thread. Daniel's messages. His calls to my father. Plans to cut me out of the company, manipulate assets, drain trust funds. Every piece of deceit preserved, time-stamped, and dated. Her face went pale. My father's breathing changed, slow, uneven. "You spied on us?" "No," I said quietly. "You just never realized who I was watching." I let that sink in, watched the cracks widen. He looked smaller now, not the man who'd once stood above me, just a man exposed, fragile under the weight of his own schemes. My brother slammed the phone down. "You think this makes you better than us?" "No," I said. "It makes me free." He pushed his chair back, rage trembling in his hands. His fiancée didn't move. She couldn't. She was still staring at me, at the truth unfolding in front of her like a slow, merciless film. My father whispered, "What do you want?" I stood, adjusted my jacket. Nothing. And that's when they understood. Revenge isn't about taking back what's yours. It's about proving you never needed it. I looked at Daniel's fiancée, her eyes still wide, questioning everything. "Congratulations," I said softly. "You're marrying into a family built on lies. Make sure you keep receipts." Then I turned to my parents. "You told me I'd die a failure. Maybe you were right. But I died quietly. And the man standing in front of you isn't trying to be part of your house anymore. He owns the land it stands on. No one spoke. No one could. I picked up the glass of water, took a slow sip, and set it down. "Enjoy dinner," I said. Then I left. Outside, the night was cold, still. The air carried a strange peace I hadn't felt in years. I didn't smile. I didn't celebrate. Some victories aren't loud. They just end things. Behind me, the laughter would never sound the same again. They would live with what they did, and who I became because of it. Because the truth is, I didn't rise despite them. I rose because of them. And that was the most exquisite revenge of all.